welcome to another episode of Geeks That Lift, where we bring you everything from wrestling, horror, music, trivia, you name it, and everything that involves the geek universe. I am one of your hosts, Mark the Freaking Rican Williams, joined by
Coconut.
You have to spell it.
I got to spell it every time.
Yes.
Every single goddamn time.
So people don't get it confused.
Don't get it confused with the coconut, like the vegetable. Wait a minute, is it a fruit or is it a vegetable?
I want to say it's a vegetable. A fruit, not a vegetable.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so we're going to go with that.
All right, well, that's the way you spell the coconut, which is me. We're going to spell it capital K, lowercase o, capital K, lowercase o, hyphen. Don't forget the hyphen.
Can't forget the hyphen.
Capital K, lowercase n, lowercase u, capital T, exclamation point to emphasize the coconut.
Similar to wham.
Wham. Yeah.
All right,
Speaking of,
we are coming off of our second place finish last night at the Quarter, their 80s music trivia night.
So fucking mad about that.
Okay, it was a very fun night. It was a very fun night. We did good. We held our own, man. We did well. Although there was a fucking ringer in there. This dude, he must have lived through the 80s. He never breathed through the 80s. He never slept. He must have, all he does is 80s. This guy was impressive. He knew his stuff was
his shit.
Man.
I don't even know what his name is. We'll just call him Bjoryor. Because I don't know his name, but I mean, this dude knew his shit. If it wasn't for the fact that during the wager round that he fucking wagered all his points because he got cocky, and he lost all his points, we probably would have been in like third place. But
that took him out and put us in first. We were in first place.
Yeah. We were in first place.
Put us in first place.
But fuck, man, like that was beyond impressive. Like it was good. It was good. And we held our own. This is the second trivia night that we've done. By the way, we don't hold the trivia nights, but we attend the trivia nights at this bar restaurant called The Quarter in Buffalo, New York. My man Brandon Carr is the owner, and actually one of the managers is another old friend of ours, Dave Karachi. They have an awesome fucking place. And I mean, Brandon started doing these trivia nights and they're becoming more and more popular.
They are.
Every week, every couple of weeks, every week.
So now when you listen to this podcast, which will probably be out sometime next week, but you'll realize and you know that we are actually Facebook living it right now. So all you people in the Facebook universe who are actually tuning in, okay, at the Quarter, next week they're doing 90s movie trivia.
90s movie trivia.
We've done 2 of the 80s. Next week is 90s on Thursday. All right, so look it up. Come, the Geeks That Lift are going to be there with our team. We're going to be having fun.
God damn it. All right, now our Facebook Live. No, you can leave it alone. It's going to reconnect by itself. So Facebook Live is Facebook Live. You know, we got to do it. Our one priority is our faithful 3 listeners to
the podcast
that we have.
All right, so in honor of our second place finish where we almost took the trophy home, we're going to dive into a little bit of 80s stuff for you guys today.
Absolutely.
Okay. Most of you youngsters or millennials only know the 80s from maybe Family Guy.
Yeah. Family Guy. That's where they get all their pop culture references from. That's where you get all
your pop culture references. But again, man, what a fun night, dude.
It was
a lot of nostalgia coming up, man.
It was so much nostalgia.
So much nostalgia coming up from that stuff.
I love it. It was good. I mean, obviously I grew up in the 80s. You grew up in the 80s. So that's our era for right. Oh, look, Facebook Live just popped up again.
Hello,
hey
everybody.
Guys, what's up?
Hello.
But yeah, I mean, we grew up in
Hi,
the
Laura.
80s.
Hey, Joe.
Oh, I can't see. I need my glasses because I'm an old man. But I kind of every once in a while, guys, we're going to shout out to people that are watching our Facebook Live. What am I doing? We're streaming.
We're streaming. Yeah.
We're Facebook Living. What's it called? What do the kids say these days?
Facebook Living it.
Are we?
Yeah, we're Facebooking it.
We're Facebooking it?
That's what I'm going with that. I'm not up with the hip.
I'm not up to the hip shit either. All right.
That these youngsters are.
I grew up in the 80s. I mean, we're showing our age again. Oh, look, it's trying to reconnect again. All right. Well, whatever. But yeah, I mean, I love the 80s. I love everything about the 80s. I love the music. I love the movies. I love the TV shows. I love I even have a special place in my heart with the fashion. Don't laugh
with
at
the hairdos and everything.
Don't laugh at me. Well, the hairdos. I mean, I was rocking
how many of your friends,
baby afro.
How many of your friends had a rat tail?
Huh?
How many of your friends had a rat tail?
Oh, you mean the Hispanic friends?
Yeah.
Lots of them.
They all had them?
I at one point I tried to get one and do a rat tail, and my mom promptly cut that shit right off my head. There was no way. She was like, "Oh, nope, that's not happening.
No en mi casa.
Not in mi casa. All the street people, that's what they do." That's what she referred to the hood rats
The
as.
street people?
The street people.
Oh,
and
shit.
or the word that she used to use all the time, títere.
El títere, lo títere.
Lo títere. No son of mine is going to be a fucking títere. So, so this títere didn't get a rat tail.
Translation is juvenile delinquent.
Pretty much. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I like the shoulder pads. I like the fluorescent colors. I liked all that shit.
The Adidas with the fat laces.
The Adidas with the fat laces, the tracksuits.
Did you have a kangaroo hat?
Yeah, I did. But I couldn't afford a real one, so I had a knockoff.
You had the Roo.
I had the Roo, and then I rocked Roos too, the sneakers with the pockets, where I could hold a whole 35 cents in, or a love note. A very small love note on a gum wrapper.
On a gum wrapper.
Yeah.
You could hold the bazooka gum comic.
Yeah, Bazooka Joe. I used to love those comics so much. But
now for me, not to be biased, because again, we grew up in the 80s.
Yeah.
But as far as movie, entertainment, the 80s by far, hands down, best decade ever.
Nothing compares to it.
It gave us everything that came into the 90s started in the 80s. And I've had this discussion with people so many times.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the explosion of sounds and musics and everything in the 80s, the 90s wouldn't have been what they were.
Yeah. Speaking of explosion, I had an explosion in my pants last night during trivia night. It was just so exciting. Did it get weird?
It got weird. Why is it in every episode you take it there,
man? It's just, you know what? I'm a very sexual being.
I see that.
I guess. A lot of things turn me on. There's few things out there that don't turn me on,
and trivia is one of them.
So I guess that makes me, kind of a freak. I guess
you guys should
a freak. I'm letting my geek freak flag fly. That's yeah.
So when it comes to again, with the movies, I mean, the last time we did the movies, man, I was having flashbacks of going to a lot of those movies I saw in the theaters, man.
Yeah.
And it's funny because, again, my girlfriend, we're 11 years difference in age.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the movies when I was watching, I'm like, damn, I remember that. She's like, I wasn't even born then. I'm like, I know, shut up.
That's crazy. But it's great though when you have somebody that young, then you get to expose them. What is wrong with me? Everything gets dirty. Stop it, you perverts, because you know what? You're thinking the same thing that I am. But yeah, I mean, it's great when you have somebody that young because you get to fucking show them and everything that you experience, and it's almost like you're experiencing it for the first time too.
Exactly.
So it's very, very gratifying. Very gratifying.
It's like when I went to see, which was The Force Awakens was the new Star Wars, right?
Yeah, that was the first one.
The first, okay,
of the new trilogy.
Yes. So when I went to The Force Awakens, and I was with my girlfriend, and when the credits started, I had a little girl moment because I was like, ooh, I got a little chill.
Did you have an explosion in your pants too?
I might have had a little explosion. So she asked me, what's wrong? And I had to break it down to you. Got to understand, the last time I was in a theater with this group of characters in a Star Wars movie, I was a kid and you weren't born yet.
Yeah, God damn it.
So again, it's just, it's kind of surreal when stuff like that happens. You know what I mean?
It is. It absolutely is. Like, I mean, when The Force Awakens came out, I was super excited about it. I was stoked. As soon as you see the 20th Century Fox logo with the music, and then the with Star Wars, and then the crawl in space like that, that brought back a lot of memories, man. A lot of memories.
Now here's a question that I was talking about with my girlfriend driving back from trivia last night. You have Star Wars.
Yes.
Empire Strikes Back.
Yes.
Return of the Jedi.
Yes.
Why do people always say Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, Star Wars, Return of the Jedi?
What do you mean?
Like when everybody talks about those movies,
when
they're like, oh yeah, in Star Wars, and I'm like, well, that actually happened in Empire Strikes Back. Yeah, but it's Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. I'm like, it's Empire Strikes Back.
I mean, technically, it is Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. If you look at the title card, not in the actual movies, because the movies they all start off Star Wars, and then the crawl episode whatever, and then
the Empire
Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, so on and so forth. And also on the movie posters, you see like the Empire Strikes Back. Then there's a border around Empire, and then there's Star Wars and small. Yeah.
So you know, I mean, it's part of the same saga, but
it's fucking semantics, man.
Yeah.
It's potato. Hello, potato.
But for me, because I just think that everybody always bunches a lot of those movies together. Like when, Yoda died in Star Wars. Well, no, he didn't technically die in Star Wars.
Yeah.
The first one.
Yeah.
He wasn't even in the first one.
But, I mean, you're starting to sound like a fucking snob now.
I mean, come on.
All right, let's be real. Stop it.
Like you said, it's semantics.
It's semantics, but that's yeah. I mean, we were just talking about how one of our buddies is a fucking horror movie snob. Ooh, I got words for him. But yeah, come on, it's all fun. It's all. I mean, do we need to get in a debate over these stupid technicalities? I'm gonna go on a limb and say no.
Sometimes it's just a little educational fact, just spreading the word. And like, okay, hey, look, this is, sometimes I gotta be like that. Now, as far as the 80s, your most fondest memory of the 80s?
My most fondest memories of the 80s. You mean aside from getting beat by my mom every other week?
Well, I don't know if that would.
Wow, that got dark.
Yeah. Wow. No more wire hangers.
No more wire hangers. No more chancletas.
A tu cuarto.
Yeah. But honestly, I mean, my fondest memories of the 80s. I mean, on top of I don't really have anything specific. Like, I remember going and playing with my friends. There was my one friend Marlon, who he had the biggest collection of fucking GI Joes that I've ever seen in my life. Like this kid.
We always had that one friend.
This kid got everything, and I would get my little Joes here and there, and I would bring my Joes, he would bring his Joes, we would play.
Yeah,
it was awesome. I remember one time we actually played in the backyard of this project, because it's New York City, and there aren't any really there's projects everywhere, and there's no backyards anywhere. But the back play area of this building, it was during the supposed hurricane that we were supposed to have. Yes. It was in the 80s, and we were supposed to have a hurricane, and now parents would not let their kids do anything. They would probably have them hiding in a closet somewhere.
Yeah, for safety.
But yeah, I remember me and Marlon were playing GI Joes in the backyard of this place when we were having this supposed hurricane. We had some light rain, but I didn't give a shit. I wanted to play.
I remember my mom said this. My mom kicked us out of the house that day. She's like, "Go and play."
Yeah.
With tape on the windows. They taped up the windows just in case.
Yeah.
But go out and play.
Yeah. It was just I didn't It was kind of weird because I was super excited about it, and I don't know. I like playing with the toys with my buddies. I liked the fucking TV shows. Every time I came home from school, that's what I look forward to is, sitting in my aunt's living room and, watching He-Man and Thundercats and G.I. Joe and Transformers and, just all the normal, prerequisite, cartoon shows that you see when you're a kid, and in the 80s, and then the movies. I love the fucking movies. My uncle, I was fortunate enough that he was one of the people that actually paid for premium channels, so we had our Showtime. Showtime was the shit back in the day. Before HBO blew up, Showtime was the shit, and that's where I got to watch all my movies.
The one thing I remember about HBO, when you knew some good shit was about to come on, was that intro through the city.
Through the city, yeah.
And get through the city, went up in the air, in the sky. You're like, okay, we're about to see some real shit now. We're going to see a premiere tonight.
Yeah, so that was it, yeah.
It's not going to be a regular movie.
Yep, my little adolescent dick got hard.
You knew it, yeah.
Hard.
What are they going to play? Let's go. We're going to see some shit.
Yep. HBO equals adolescent hard pecker.
Now, here's a question. When I was growing up, I would always debate whether GoBots or Transformers. I felt GoBots was the poor man's Transformers.
Yeah, I agree with you. But the GoBots were pretty cool.
They were pretty cool, but
they didn't last too long.
It didn't.
Yeah.
But you had, their names were like Leader One.
Yeah, they were the EBT welfare version of Transformers.
Then you had Scooter, who transformed into a scooter.
Yeah.
Like, okay, dude, like more kid friendly.
I remember I liked the one car. I liked the one that turned into a motorcycle.
What is it? I can't remember. That's the lead bad guy that he turned into like a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Then you had Turbo, who was the red car.
Yeah.
I'm the good guy. Then you had the female version of him on the bad side. I can't remember her name.
I don't know.
But yeah, it was
Turbo, maybe Hobo. What?
Hobo Turbo.
I don't know.
But yeah, man, it's again with the movie, same thing, man. I mean, we had back in the day when you had to flick the box in the back of the TV.
Yes.
Remember?
Yes.
HBO or what was it? One channel, WHT, which was another channel.
WHT. It wasn't WHT.
That became Cinemax.
Yes.
It became Cinemax later.
Yes, it did. It did.
But yeah, man, oh my God. I have so many memories of that. Watching, again, Captain USA.
It was so good. So good. I mean, it was just so much. So much, and it was like almost like overload on shit. But the thing that I like about the 80s though is that the 80s, you know, we came from the 70s, 60s, 70s. Everything was we're still trying to find our footing in terms of like pop culture. So everything was fresh, everything was new.
Yes.
You know, people weren't apprehensive to make something new and to expose us to something new. Whether it's cartoons, fashion, music, movies, all that shit. The 90s, I think, you know, I mean, yeah, we got those 90s babies out there. They're like, oh, hey, Arnold and fucking Cat Dog and Courage the Cowardly Dog and Rugrats and all that shit. I mean, those were cool for what they were, but you know what? And what was the one I forgot, there was some 90s kids were fucking just talking about it the other day, and they were like, what was that, Temple of the something?
Oh yeah, I know, like the game show thing,
Secret Temple. Yeah,
something.
You know what? And my answer to that was fuck you. That's no Double Dare.
Yeah, we had Double Dare.
We had fucking Double Dare.
Yes.
So which actually Double Dare just made a resurgence, and now it's back on Nickelodeon.
Yes.
And I watch it every other day. Yeah, I love it. I love Double Dare. Because fucking Mark Summers is back. And, and
who's a huge germaphobe.
Her huge germaphobe,
which is weird.
I remember reading that shit about him. I read an article on Mark Summers where he was like a huge germaphobe and he has OCD like a motherfucker, and how when he was doing the show, you know, him getting like dirty and shit, whatever, were some of the worst fucking times in his life. I was like, God damn,
dude, like, dude, take it easy, man. Watch it off.
And it's funny because he's even on Double Dare now, the new Double Dare, he's in the background now. So he's kind of like an announcer, but he still comes out and you see him every once in a while. I'll see him like get dirty or get something on him. I'm like, oh, is he freaking out right now? But it's cool. You know, and then you just can't deny I mean, maybe it's just because I'm nostalgic, but last night when we were doing that trivia night, just a lot of the fucking music videos and stuff, and even when we did the movies, 2 weeks ago, that just brought me back, and it did, man. Just watching it, even the bad movies are fucking awesome to watch.
And it's like I say, there are certain movies in the 80s, and you know it, you can do it. That I've seen them so many times that as the movie's playing, I can literally talk through the fucking movie. I can say the line before it's coming up.
Yeah.
Like not many in the 90s, but in the 80s, all those movies, Big Trouble in Little China, The Last Dragon, Rad.
Yeah. Rad.
I mean,
oh my God.
Here's another one. One movie that people don't like. I think it was Nicole Kidman's first movie, BMX Bandits.
BMX Bandits.
It's a horrible movie.
I think I watched that once.
It was a horrible movie.
Listen, I was so young and naive and dumb when I was a kid. I actually thought that Rad was like a documentary.
Come on. What did you think of Thrashing?
I don't know.
But the skateboard version of that one.
I remember I was watching Rad the one time when I was hanging out in my cousin's house in Los Angeles, and we rented a bunch of movies because that's what we did in the 80s. We went to the video store, rented like 18 movies. There's no way we were going to watch all those movies, but I sat there, did marathon sessions of all these fucking movies, and some of these movies I watched 4, 5, 6, 12 times. And I remember I was watching Rad probably for like the 25th time, and my cousin walks in the living room. He's like, "What you watching?" I was like, "Oh, Rad." And I was like, "This guy, he's like the best BMXer in the world." He looked at me. He goes, "What are you, fucking stupid? It's a fucking movie." I was like, "What?" Like, he blew my mind. And he goes, "This is a movie. This is all fake." He goes, "You think that girl can really do all those fucking BMX moves that she does on the?" No, it's a fucking guy in a wig. I was like, "Ah."
Just kills
so
it.
he kind of ruined it for me.
But he kind of introduced you to movie magic.
He did introduce me to movie magic. Like the scene where he's what was the main character's name? Crew, right?
Yeah.
when Crew was at the prom with the chick
with the bike,
and they were doing the dance with the bikes and shit. Like he sat there and watched that shit with me and was like, "You see that? That's a guy." I was like, "No, it's not." He goes, "Stupid, look," and he rewinds it. He goes, "Look, you don't see her face." He was like, "It's a guy in a wig." I was like, "Ah."
Like,
yeah, it kind of.
Did you get up and just turn it off?
Totally ruined my world. No, man, I love that movie. I love that movie. But yeah, it was just fucked up. Like, fucking,
that was one of those
way
movies.
to bust my bubble.
Oh yeah,
Edgar.
It was one of those movies that I think I watched so much on VHS that it fucked up the tape.
Oh yeah. When you get the tracking, and the tape gets like real like thin.
Oh my god,
yeah. And that was back when fucking videotapes were like $100 a piece.
Yes,
like movies that you rented. You could rent them for I think it was like $5 or something. Yep. It was something ridiculous, and
because it was still very new technology.
New technology. And then fucking if you wanted to buy the movie, I remember they were like $89.99 or $109.99 or $99.99. Like I was like, God damn, $100 for a movie. And here's me. Okay. But of course, my dad was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Are you crazy? No, hell no. You're lucky that I'm letting you rent 2 movies, let alone buy it."
I remember when people would rent videos just to fucking rent videos, to say that they're renting videos.
Yeah.
And I remember my mom, she went out, she's like, "I'm going to come back with a video for tonight." We're like, yes, it's going to be movie night.
Yeah.
She came back with The Karate Kid 2.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Which is a movie that was on fucking TV.
Oh.
And I'm like, why would you subject us? Yeah. Why would you tease us like this?
Yeah.
We thought we were gonna watch some real shit.
Some rated R shit or something.
And you rented
get to see some blood, guts, and boobs.
Like, come on. Yeah. Like you could have gotten anything else.
Yeah.
I was so upset.
I mean, luckily in my household it wasn't like that. Like my dad was into some fucking shit, and like like I've said on podcasts on episodes before, he's the reason I got into like horror movies and stuff. Actually, he's the whole reason that I am the big geek that I am now. It's because of him.
With me, it was there. My mom didn't mind, but she wouldn't rent them for us. Most of the horror movies, like the gory bad ones that I saw, is when she was out doing her shopping, and I would put on Captain USA or just find it on TV and watch it.
Yeah, but like even those were censored though.
Yeah, the Puppet Master movies, I saw all those when my mom wasn't home.
That's funny.
Like she wouldn't. I don't know if she just wasn't into the genre. She didn't like the movies. Hellraiser. I didn't get to see Hellraiser until I moved to Puerto Rico. My aunt convinced my mom to let us watch it.
That's funny.
Yeah, she did not want to let us watch that movie. And I was like, what? What, you think we're going to get, like, it was like going to be like Exorcist, we're going to get possessed by demons or something?
Are you going to get possessed by demons? Or are you going to start cutting yourself?
Yeah, it was like really
to look
weird.
like one of the Cenobites. Hey, listen, I credit my mom for me not ever going camping in my life.
For Freddy Cuco.
I still have never been camping. I don't want to go camping, but it's not because I think some fucking hockey mask killer is going to kill me. I just think that it might be a little boring.
You don't want to become one with nature?
I don't want to be one with nature. No,
why not?
I'm from the city, my man. It just camping's not for me. When I did want to go camping, when I wanted to go to summer camp, my mom was like, "Nope, you've seen those movies." And I was like, "But Mom, it's a movie." "Nope, you've seen those movies. There might be some crazy now over there, and he'll kill you, and then I'm gonna miss you." Thanks, Mom. It was just, yeah, my mom ruined camping for me.
Yeah, I was never a big fan of camping. Maybe because being from the city.
Yeah. Like
we didn't have woods and forests.
We didn't have woods. Like, the closest thing to woods was Central Park.
That's it. And even there, you didn't go too far in.
No, you didn't. You got Sheep's Meadow. For me, Sheep's Meadow in Central Park was as rugged as I wanted to
get. I'm a nature man.
I'm a nature man. I'm roughing it here with 80 million hippies laying out, playing with their dogs, playing frisbee, playing hacky sack,
or just sitting there reading,
catching some sun. Yeah, that's just it.
I could never understand like my cousins who grew up in Connecticut with hunting and their camping trips, and I'm like, camping? What the fuck you want to go camping for, dude?
I don't know, man.
Like, no, thank you.
No, I'm not for it. You know what? And if it offends any of our Caucasian people out there that are listening, because you know what? Let's face it. That is a Caucasian thing to do. There aren't really a lot of minorities that go out camping.
And if you see a minority camping, he's on the lam. He's hiding out.
He is a fugitive of justice.
Okay. Call somebody.
Call anybody.
Yes.
Because
do not approach.
That dude is on the lam. But of course, here we go. We're segueing into something else. Totally.
But I remember, because even as an adult, I'm still not a big fan of camping.
I'm not either. The only thing I'm not a fan of is why are you going to go all the way out of the way to rough it? And what are you going to do? Oh, we're going to hike. That's so much fun. Listen, I love to hike. I don't want to stay there.
Yeah.
You know, after I'm done hiking, I want to go home. I want to take a shower. I want to, kick back and watch some TV.
Come back to civilization.
I don't want to roast marshmallows. I don't want to make s'mores. I don't want to make a fire. They're like, oh yeah, you get to hang out and talk and drink beer. Okay. I can do that at home.
And there are places called bars.
There's places at bars that are a lot cleaner.
Yes.
And, you get to dress up and
more comfy.
You get some music. You get some, I don't know. It's like a communal thing with these people. And that's fine. And by these people, I mean Caucasians. Yeah, I'm saying it. It's just, I don't know. I don't get the allure. I think I want to go one time just to
get it out,
just to get it out the system and just to see. Because I'll tell you, man, when I go to like Dick's Sporting Goods or Dick, and like, Modell's or Cabela's or any of those places, some of these tents, damn, these tents are like condominiums.
Yeah.
Some of these tents are bigger than my own apartment.
From when we were growing up, the tents were small as shit and you had the horrible sleeping bags.
It's like a teepee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like now it's like you can have your own apartment.
Yeah. I mean, it has multiple rooms and shit.
Yeah.
Like it's weird. Like that's what I would like to do. Like if I ever went camping, I would do that. I would spend however many hundreds of dollars for like a condominium style fucking tent. And then, I would city it up.
Have a little heater in there.
Have a little heater. Have a couple of hot plates. I don't know where I'm going to hook them up to. Then I'd have to bring out a generator. Like you see, like even thinking about it right now, that's too much work. Like right now, I just talked myself out of it.
Right there.
I just talked myself out of it.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
We're
Sorry.
gonna pass.
Yeah, no.
Pass on that.
Oh, but you can have sex in the wild. No, you know what? No. You know what? I'll fuck on my couch while playing Blair Witch in the background.
There you go. That's as close as it gets.
There you go. That's as close as it's gonna get.
Or go to iTunes and put on the fucking nature sounds.
There you go.
There we go. That's as far as it's going.
That's about as far as it's gonna go.
But damn, man, I remember, like I said, going back to the 80s, because we do segue a lot here.
Yeah.
How things have changed. Like looking now, back then, computers. Like I just looked up here.
Yeah, we got a
Macintosh.
We got a Macintosh SE here in the studio.
So
it's I wish you guys could see it, but eventually you guys will. But yeah, we got a Macintosh SE in here. We got a couple like 80s things in here, and a lot of geek shit. We got Mario over there from Super Mario Brothers. Oh my God, we didn't even talk about the games. Like the video games from the 80s. Going to the fucking arcade.
Arcades, which are now making a comeback. But
Which
more,
I am so excited about.
They are, but isn't it more like adult based?
Well, yeah, of course it's adult based because the only people that appreciate, box arcade games like arcade are people our age.
Yeah, because it's nostalgic for us. It's nostalgic for us.
Yeah, listen, man, there was a place that opened up a few months back here in Buffalo, New York, called Masuda Chow's, which is a barcade.
Yeah.
That's how they market themselves, where they got a bar downstairs, bar restaurant. It has like this whole Asian decor about it. So it's like you're walking into Japan and on the second floor, it's all old school video games. And it's awesome. Like I went up there, the first machine that attracted me and I was like, oh, and I was there for like 30 minutes straight playing was Tron. I love that fucking game. I love that game. I mean, I love the whole Tron franchise, but yeah, that game, I remember playing the light cycles, playing the fucking little tanks, playing the fucking shoot and the thing and the I don't know, to get into the thing. the thing, whatchamacallit? I don't fucking know. But yeah, I mean that they had Rampage, they had the Ninja Turtles game, which that was more 90s. They had Pac-Man. They had to have Galaga. Miss Pac-Man. They had Galaga. They had Space Invaders. They had what else? They had a shitload of fucking pinball machines, which I like pinballs. I like pinball machines. I like playing pinballs. You like the pinballs? You like the pinballs? I like balls? No. No. God, why does it always have to come to that?
It always comes to that, man.
But yeah, they got pinball machines. They got all these old school games. They had Street Fighter. It just took me back.
I think it was kind of on like go back to the music thing, how the first song that played on MTV was Music Killed the Video. Was it Music Killed the Radio Star? Or Video Killed the Radio Star. I think home gaming systems killed arcades.
They did because
nobody wanted to venture out anymore.
Who wanted to plunk down fucking $0.25 a game? Like, you know how much money I spent as a child going to the local arcade or going to shit. There were arcade games almost everywhere. There was this candy store that I used to go to that had 5 games, and I used to be like, bah, 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 right around the corner from my grandmother's house.
There was a pizza shop that I would go to that had it was funny because they had Hang On, which was one of my favorite games, the motorcycle, and the original one just had the handlebars.
Yeah.
And then they came out with an exclusive version that had the body of the motorcycle that you sat on.
Yeah.
So that one was 50 cents a game.
Yeah, fuck that.
And I would pop that sucker. I'd get on that motorcycle and
listen.
I think that created my love for motorcycles, playing that game.
You know what? That's another game that was at this Masuda Chow's place. They had Spy Hunter.
Spy Hunter.
Spy Hunter was the shit. They also what's the other game? What's the other game they had?
I remember
so many fucking games.
Down Periscope. That was another one.
They had Off-Road.
Off-Road. Jesus.
I loved Off-Road, where you could play. It was one of the first games you could play multiple players.
Yes.
And one. And yeah, I mean, it was. I don't know. It took me back. Like I was like a kid in a candy store or a kid in an arcade. And it was awesome. I easily spent maybe about $50 there,
just on video games.
Just on video games, not even the drinks. And we were there about 3 hours, man. I was just like, and it was just playing the games. It was so much fun.
I remember in New York, there was a place called Barcode. That was similar to that.
Yeah.
And my brother took me there to drink, and I disappeared because all I was doing was playing fucking games.
Yeah.
I was going from machine to fucking machine. Listen. They had Street Fighter, the first Street Fighter. I mean, even though it's more 90s, but Pit Fighter. But then I started getting into Pac-Man and then all those other games. And I'm like, oh my God, this is like just taking me back.
I rule at Pac-Man.
Dude, Pac-Man was the shit.
Pac-Man was a shit. And then once the commercials started coming out for the Nintendo Entertainment System and what? My one game, the one game that I had talked my dad into getting me the Nintendo Entertainment System for was a game that I got him into. We used to go to Florida every year for vacation. We used to go to Disney World for a week. Then we used to go to Miami for a week. And we hung out the one time after Disney World in this hotel lobby. And we were about to go out to eat, and they had Kung Fu.
Kung Fu.
Kung Fu was the shit. And my dad and I played that fucking game. He had to easily have spent almost $100 on quarters, where me and him were just back and forth with Kung Fu. So he loved that fucking game. On top of that, you know what? He also loved Kung Fu movies and Bruce Lee movies, just like I did. So you remember Kung Fu? The little guy was fucking modeled after Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
He had the hair and everything. And that was the shit. And yeah, when Nintendo came out, what did they have? They had Duck Hunt.
It was Mario Brothers. It wasn't Super Mario Brothers. Wasn't it Mario Brothers was the first one?
I thought
that came with this. It was Mario.
I thought it came out with Duck Hunt, and then it came out with that shooting game.
The cowboy shooting game, you mean?
Yeah, it was Outlaw or
something like that. Yeah, I remember
something along those lines. And I remember I was like, I told my dad, I was like, they're coming out with Kung Fu, Kung Fu. And sure enough, man, Christmas that year, I got the Nintendo Entertainment System. Then I got this other little package, opened it up. It was Kung Fu. So I was mad. I played Kung Fu for years after that.
Did your dad go, move over?
Yeah. Me and him were playing with the little, 2-foot cord.
With the 2-foot cord.
It was terrible.
You knew that if you got too excited and pulled on that fucker,
that's it. It was
that
over.
whole entertainment system was coming off.
It was over. Then after using it a bunch, then you had to go and, because it would like skip or the title screen wouldn't come on, or it would like flash. So then you had to blow on the cartridge. That became a thing.
Or the snap.
Or the snap, or going in and out a bunch. in out. But which I found out later that blowing on it did absolutely nothing. For it, even though that was like a thing.
I guess on the cartridge it said, "Do not blow on."
Do not blow on it. Do not use any liquids and
we use
cotton swabs or anything.
Shit.
Yeah. It was it was a time. But yeah, I remember I had a huge collection when fucking Legend of Zelda came out, and it came out in that gold cartridge.
The gold cartridge.
Like I was like, ooh. I actually thought it was real gold because I was stupid.
Jesus, dude.
I don't know, man.
It was the innocent 80s. What can you think about it, man?
The fuck, man. I was a kid.
The innocent 80s.
I was a dumb Hispanic kid.
I remember, oh my God, like watching movies, Superman. Again, I saw Superman in early 80s.
Superman. Supergirl.
Which
was awful.
Yes. I watched it again older, and I'm like, why did I like this movie so much?
So bad. And it had like the chick that played Supergirl, it had Faye Dunaway in it. It had Peter O'Toole in it. Like it had like these high caliber actors in it.
But the movie
just blew dog.
It was so bad. Even now, like again, as a kid, I watched it. I'm like, yes, Supergirl. We're getting another Superman franchise. Like,
yeah,
No.
No. It was terrible. It was very bad.
I think in the 80s, any reason to make a movie, they did it. Because we also had Popeyes.
They experimented. They did.
We had Popeye the movie.
Listen, there was nothing wrong with Popeye. I fucking loved Popeye.
It was a musical. I'll give it that.
What do you mean? But listen, they fucked with some shit. They fucked with his mythos. Like, he didn't like spinach. What?
Yeah.
He didn't like fucking spinach.
He loved spinach.
And he was already strong and he was already like fucking people up without the spinach. Like that just threw me off. Plus Shelley Duvall, even though she's in one of my favorite all-time movies, and actually she's also was the host of one of my favorite TV shows when I was a kid. Fairy Tale Theater.
I
love me some Fairy Tale Theater. That was back. I think that was on Showtime.
Yeah.
That was on Showtime. And that was awesome, but that lady is hideous, man. Like, man. She's
not the most attractive woman in the world.
She is not the most attractive woman in the world. And I don't know if I saw an interview with her right after Robin Williams died.
Yes.
Where they interviewed her. She is batshit cuckoo crazy right now. She is fucking nuts.
That's what the 80s would do to you, man.
What? No, I don't know if that's the 80s or it's just that bitch is crazy. Like she was talking about aliens and this shit and how Robin Williams didn't really die, how he just fucking shed his fucking mortal coil skin because he's really an alien, and how she just spoke with him a week previous. And he's been dead for months. Well, back then he was dead for like months already.
Yeah.
It was fucked up, man. It was fucked up.
Jesus Christ. She is batshit crazy.
She is crazy. But then, back to Popeye. Like it was, I liked it. I liked it. But I remember when Popeye came out, I think I was in first grade. I was either in kindergarten or first grade. And I remember one of my friends went to see it and she hated it. And I was like, Popeye. And she was like, no, Popeye. Like, Popeye sucked. I'm like, no, it didn't. No. And I got mad too, because I love Popeye. And, and there was just a lot of stuff like the Sea Witch wasn't in the movie. Alice the Goon wasn't in the movie. Like it was, they kept it pretty bare bones, but they just fucked with some shit. You saw Pappy was there. Yeah. But you had Wimpy, you had Bluto, you had Popeye, you had Sweet Pea, and you had Olive Oil, which that was cool. It was just, I don't know. You know what? I still like it. Every time it's on, I watch it. It's still
something you can watch. Yeah,
I watch it. I know the movie. I know the songs. I know everything. It was. For an ensemble movie, it was cool. It was Robin Williams. I love Robin Williams.
I know that one thing I will say, and I've seen it in memes that I was talking to my girlfriend about it, is today's kids will never understand the pain that we all suffered in the 80s in Transformers the movie.
Oh my God.
I think we all shed a tear watching that.
That was my first time crying at a cartoon.
I got choked up, man, in that movie.
Man. I'm getting choked up right now just thinking about it.
It's like Optimus Prime.
That was a good movie, man. That was a good movie. I have the movie on DVD. I think when they came out with 30th anniversary or some shit like that, I got it. It has a lenticular cover. And I watched it, and sure enough, man, and when Optimus Prime bit it, spoilers.
Spoilers.
Fuck, man. If I spoil a fucking 40-year-old movie, I got problems. But even watching it then, he's dying. I'm like,
yeah, man.
Hit me right in the fucking feels.
I remember I love that movie so much only because it was the first movie my mom bought especially for us.
Oh yeah?
It was our movie. We could watch it whenever we wanted.
That's cool. Yeah, not like my dad. My dad would buy a movie and he'd be like, "This is my movie.
Don't touch it."
No, he's like, "You can watch it, but it's my fucking movie."
Jesus.
Okay, Dad.
Because my mom joined what every person in the 80s was Columbia Picture. Was it Columbia Picture?
Columbia House.
Columbia House.
Columbia House.
Right, you get the list and you just order movies.
You get 12 fucking 10 movies for like a penny, or you could do Columbia House Music and get like 12 CDs for a penny.
Yeah, it was like
and then
crazy.
the next CD is like $84.
We got to make our money somehow.
You got to buy 4 more CDs at regular price. What?
Yeah, it's just crazy. But Transformers the movie was by far,
yeah,
that was the like water cooler talk. That was cafeteria talk.
Yes. I remember that when kind of G.I. Joe tried doing the same thing when Duke didn't die.
He just got stabbed with fucking.
He got hit. And Serpentor fucking got him.
Yeah,
and then he was like, "Yo, Joe," and then right after he goes, "Yo, Joe," and closes his eyes, the person goes, I think it was Flint or somebody goes, "He's in a coma. Here's me." How the fuck does he know that he's in a coma? All he did was Yo Joe and died. But okay. But yeah, with Transformers the movie, Optimus Prime eventually came back.
He came back as Zombie Prime.
Yeah.
In the later
what's his
episodes.
face got the fucking, what's it called?
The Matrix.
The Matrix. Yeah, you got the Matrix. They put it in
Hot Rod, who became Rodimus Prime.
Rodimus Prime. Yep.
And you had Ultra Magnus.
But after the movie, though, that's when they changed up Megatron, what he looked like, and
Megatron became Galvatron.
Yeah, Galvatron, and I wasn't digging.
He went from a gun to a cannon.
Yes, I wanted the gun back.
You wanted the gun back. They killed off Starscream, which was by far.
Yes.
That's the one character you love to hate.
Yeah. And Starscream sounded eerily just like Cobra Commander.
He did. He did.
Eerily like Cobra Commander. But now kind of segueing, because of the nostalgia that the new Transformers movie is going to be coming out in a few months. Bumblebee, the spinoff. And I got to tell you, the first couple of trailers, I was like, nope, they're not getting me again. How are they going to make a decent Transformer? I mean, mind you, there hasn't been a decent Transformers movie since the first one, which the first one, that's a stretch too. I was very let down with that whole franchise. Every movie just got progressively worse.
The only decent Transformers movie is the one we are talking about, which was the animated one.
Yeah. Nothing's ever going to compare to Transformers, the movie.
Yeah.
But the latest trailer, like, it was funny. One of our buddies was like, "Have you seen the latest trailer to Bumblebee?" I'm like, "Nope," because I'm not going to go see it. And he was like, "Nope, you want to watch the trailer?" I'm like, "I don't want to." Well, long story short, he forced me to watch it, which, nobody really forces me to do anything,
but he did.
He did force me to do it. He's so annoying. Yeah, Joe, I'm talking about you. He put it's part of me. But yeah, he had me watch the trailer, and sure enough, that last trailer, I am stoked to see it. Did you see it?
I haven't seen it because a couple of trailers just reminded me of the other movies.
Listen, you have got to watch it.
I'm gonna check it out.
This is the Transformers movie that we should have had.
I gotta watch it then, because
you know what? I'm gonna spoil it, because obviously you see that Bumblebee is back to being the Volkswagen,
the
bug.
Yes.
We get Optimus Prime in 80s Optimus Prime, first generation toy.
Okay.
Optimus Prime. We get Starscream, first generation Starscream. Fucking Shockwave, Soundwave with the fucking cassettes.
Oh, shit.
All that shit. I saw that. I was like, what? And I heard a rumor that Megatron is in it too. Gun Megatron. So I don't know, man. I'm pretty stoked to see it now.
Now, is this going to be like an alternate timeline type of thing?
Nope.
Or
nope.
It's before.
This is a spinoff, so it was before the events of the first Transformers movie.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I was wondering how they're
going to pull it off. If you remember when Shia LaBeouf found Bumblebee, he was the bug, and then he turned into that Camaro.
No, he wasn't the bug.
He was.
No, they had the bug there as a throwback to Bumblebee. He was the car next to it, the car with the race stripes.
Oh.
That then became the Camaro.
That just shows how shitty that movie was.
Yeah.
I forgot that detail.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go. It just, They
threw the car was there, so you could kind of like, ooh, old school Bumblebee.
Yeah.
But he was the car right next to it.
Didn't like his door hit it or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I remember. But yeah, I mean, this is a Transformers movie that we should have got.
Okay, now I have to check the trailer.
The only thing bad about it, John Cena's in it, but
it can't get much worse than Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg, there's just some roles that he does, that he performs, that just I scratch my head vigorously.
Oh my God.
So, huh?
Him in the Transformers, that was so bad.
As a fucking scientist and smart. Listen, man, I love Mark Wahlberg too. I mean, I've been a fan since Fear. But they're just some
Four Brothers Mark Wahlberg. Yes.
Four Brothers Mark Wahlberg. Yeah.
Transformers.
The Departed Mark Wahlberg.
Yes.
Fuck yes.
Transformers Mark. No, thank you.
Absolutely not.
I'll pass.
You know what? Go flip
hard
burgers.
pass.
Go flip burgers at Wahlburgers.
Yes. Hard pass.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just I don't know, man. I'm stoked. I'm stoked about this new Transformers movie. And again, because it hits that nostalgic 80s vibe.
Yeah, it does.
It just
everything old is becoming new again. For us, it kind of never went out of style.
It never went out of style, and that's what it is. The thing is that the people that grew up in that era are the tastemakers now. They're the trendsetters now. So basically, they're in positions of power to bring the stuff out to the forefront. The shit that they were into when they were kids, they're exposing other people to now. They're exposing this generation to now. And I'm all for it because basically what it does is that if they do a reboot, they do a remake, they do a live action movie of something, what I'm hoping that it does, and it looks like it is doing that, it makes the new generation watch it. And if they like it or love it, or even hate it, they'll go back to watch the original
to see
what the big deal was.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I'm all for it.
Even now, like everybody knows that, everybody who knows the Muscle Bros know that we're big collectors.
Big.
So I was in Walmart the other day and they have the old school Transformers out again.
Okay.
Old school Starscream, Hot Rod I saw. I'm like, oh, they're bringing them back out now because of the Bumblebee movie. Now it makes sense because they're going nostalgic. They're bringing back the old figures again.
Yeah.
So now, again, like you said, people are like, well, what's this? And they'll go back and on Netflix or Hulu and look them up and, kind of get the feel for what was going on back then.
Yeah.
You know, like, there's so much we could talk about with the 80s. The Thundercats.
Yes.
Thundercats was the shit.
Thundercats. Ho.
Not hose. Ho.
Not hose. No. Ho.
One ho.
Although Chitara she was a fine ass feline.
You got to think only female and those two little other cats that were running around.
Yeah, you don't want the what is it, Kodo and Poto? What's that? I don't know.
Kodo and Poto. Beastmaster.
Little Beastmaster reference. No, what were the fucking the kids' names?
Wily Cat and something.
Oh yes, it was Wily. Damn, Wily Cat. Was Wily Cat?
I think it was the boy. I don't remember what the girl's name was.
And then was he by any chance related to Wile E. Coyote of Roadrunner fame?
Could be. The Acme family.
I love those that's another thing in the 80s. The fucking Bugs Bunny cartoons.
Bugs Bunny.
Saturday morning cartoons. Hanna-Barbera cartoons. Just, oh, God.
Captain Caveman.
Oh, Captain Caveman. I used to love that. Didn't he used to have a son, too?
Yes.
At one point, he did his whole Captain Caveman and you went, and son. And then, like, Scooby-Doo had Scrappy-Doo.
Yeah, they all had kids. Like, okay, whoa, slow this down.
Yeah, Caveman was fucking. Who would fuck Captain Caveman?
Hey.
Who would fuck Scooby-Doo?
Different strokes for different
folks.
But
then again, Scooby-Doo was a fucking stoner, so, you get some of them high hos.
He always had the munchies.
Yeah, he always had the munchies like a motherfucker. That's but I mean, the Saturday morning cartoons, that was like that right there. You know what? I'm going to go back. My favorite memories of the 80s were Saturday morning cartoons.
Because you knew you were in for just...
at least 4 hours.
Of just nothing but exciting cartoon after... And then they always ended with the cliffhanger.
Yes.
And then your public service announcement.
Yes. Your PSA. It was just, oh man. And it was a whole new set of cartoons aside from the cartoons that you watched during the week.
Yes.
During the week, you had your G.I. Joe, your He-Man, your Thundercats, your all that. But then you had, your Saturday mornings. I mean, there was just
Super Friends.
Yes.
You had Chuck Norris and his, what is it? Fucking Commandos, like Kung Fu Commandos or some shit like that.
Kung Fu Commandos, yeah.
You had so many different cartoons.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
Yes.
Fucking, you know what? I watched the Smurfs. I watched the Snorks.
I watched the
Snorks. That's what I was about to say. Their spin-off, the Snorks.
Come on.
I watched all of that shit. Like, it was just, I looked forward. Like, my dad would drop me off at my aunt's house fucking 7:30 in the morning because he had to go to work.
Yep.
I would park myself right in front. I'd grab a bowl of cereal, park myself in the living room right in front of the TV, and I would not move.
Just stay
till
there.
Noon.
Just stay there.
Just stay there and just watch and just flip channels. Of course, we didn't have remote control back then, so it was the turn dial. So I would like get up and flip, and we only had like 3 channels back in the day. So 2, 4, and 7. And yeah, that was the shit. That was my most favorite time of that decade was watching the Saturday morning cartoons. Then it just went by the wayside. Like, I tried a few years back, I tried waking up early on a Saturday just to
watch the cartoons
there's no cartoons.
No.
And the cartoons that they do are shit.
I tried with my kids now because they would wake up early and I would put it on Saturday morning for cartoons for them so they could kind of get into that habit like I had as a kid.
Yeah.
And I'd sit and watch it with them, but the whole Yu-Gi-Oh! And all this other shit, I just couldn't get into it. It didn't hold my attention. I'm like, okay, this has got to be some shit for you kids now.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, I mean, Super Friends held my attention. Spider-Man, His Amazing Friends held my attention. This shit isn't.
Yeah.
It's boring. I find it boring.
Yeah. There was one, I forgot one, there was one cartoon that a lot of kids kept talking about, and I actually watched it, and I watched a couple episodes, and I did not. This is when CGI became big, because now like a lot of cartoons
was it
are
that,
just like
that reboot
yep,
one. Yeah.
Yep. I thought it was robot, and people were like, no, reboot. I'm like, no, robot. And I was like, no, reboot. There's 2 O's in there, stupid.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay. It was just I just wasn't into it. It didn't tickle my fancy.
And then they did the Transformers one like that, Beast Wars.
Yeah.
Which saved the Transformer line. Okay, that's good.
That was,
but
I mean, that wasn't too bad, but I just wasn't into, maybe it's because, again, I was an 80s kid, and, I wanted good old fashioned, pen, paper, cell animation.
Yeah.
I didn't want fucking CGI.
I wanted filmation.
Yeah. I didn't want CG. It was just,
Like I wanted to see He-Man chuckling and laughing with his head tilted back, and he's hardly really moving.
Yeah, I want to see him running the same way every episode,
single time.
Every time.
And why does He-Man run like Skeletor? And why does Man-at-Arms run like both of them? Why do they all run the same? What the fuck's going on here?
Know. It's just you know what? It was limited, but you know what? I loved it.
Oh my God,
I loved it.
And one thing, like I keep telling like my girlfriend, she asks me all the time, Brave Star was one of my favorite cartoons.
Was it really?
Yes. Only because being a minority, yes. It was one of the first chances we got to see a minority in a cartoon.
Yeah, you're right.
He was Native American.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, okay. I mean, not one of us, but kind of.
Not one of, kind of one of us. Kind of.
So yeah, I'm going for this.
You know what? For all my Native friends, you were one of us.
Yes. No, hopefully nobody takes offense to that, because it was a good cartoon.
It's okay.
Shenanigans. Cops. No, was Cops 80s or 90s? What would you say?
Cops was 80s. Cops was 80s.
Late 80s, right? Early 90s?
Cops was mid to late 80s, yeah.
Yeah, because I know that time they were still making cartoons solely to make figures.
Yes.
There was no other reason.
Yeah, it's fine with me. I don't give a shit. You know what? They took my money. Or should I say my parents' money? Because I didn't make any money back then, because I was a kid.
They took a lot of my parents' money.
They did.
Although I can't believe my mom, like most Hispanic moms, was the ultimate hustler. When it came to toys.
What do you mean?
Because
that'll be $26.95. I'll give you $10. Take it or leave it.
When you said, like, how you say you have that friend who has all the G.I. Joes and stuff like that? Well, that was me and my brother.
Okay.
And only because my sister worked at Caldors.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And my mom went there one time and found one G.I. Joe that had a ticket for 99 cents.
Mm-hmm.
And her and my sister rang up like fucking 30, 40 figures for 99 cents.
That is awesome.
So my mom came back with these 2 huge bags just full of G.I. Joes. And going back, I'm like, God, damn, Mom, you hustled that shit.
Fuck yeah, man.
Like,
that's switch fucking tag. Like, hell yeah.
Like, nowadays stores won't do that. Like, well, ma'am.
Get that hookup. Yeah, no, now they got barcodes and shit and scanners. They can be like, this isn't the right price.
Exactly.
Yeah, just do it.
So we got all those fucking figures for 99 cents. We had a shit ton, but
we did.
Man.
It was good. Like it's just that was a good era. And I sound, and it's weird too, because talking about the 80s, the way they were talking about the 80s now, man, I don't feel my age ever until this fucking podcast has made me feel old as fuck, man. Because I feel like my uncles and my grandfathers who were like back in my day.
Dude, I do that with my kids all the time. When they're singing a song and I'm like, your music doesn't talk about shit.
Oh my God.
My music back in my day had a meaning.
So bad.
It sounds like my dad and my mom.
Exactly like my dad and my mom. Like and it was funny too. I'm kind of, I'm into all genres of music. Basically all I really listen to, and don't judge me, audience, okay? I listen to disco and I listen to 80s music.
Yeah.
All throwback shit. Like shit that's come out in the last 25, 30 years, maybe here and there. Yeah, there's some songs here and there and some artists here and there that I'm into. But for the most part, it's all throwback shit that I listen to.
I know a lot of people, like my girlfriend looked at my playlist when I work out and she's like, how can you listen to that when you're working out? And my answer to her is like, if you think about it, any 80s music was feel-good music.
Yeah.
It puts you in a good mood.
Yeah.
So when I'm working out, I'll listen to some freestyle. I'll listen to that music because it just gets my mind off of the workout and it puts me in a mode where I just want to just keep working out. I'm in a good mood about it.
Louder than
hey,
love.
Man.
Louder
I even might have some Irene Cara on there.
Some who?
Irene Cara. Oh, come on, man.
Fame.
Yes.
I'm going to live forever.
Even DC Cab, man. The theme song for DC Cab.
That is so funny. Yeah, I mean, it's just, it's God damn, I feel so old right now. But again, I mean, it was one of the best eras out there. Eras, not error as in a mistake.
Eras.
Era.
I'm going to say it. That's how I'm going to say it from now.
Era.
We're going to. Enunciate the E.
Is it me or is it like every fucking episode I find a word that I mispronounce? Or I think I'm pronouncing right. I'm really not.
Yeah, I said that.
Today's word, this episode is brought to you by Era. What the fuck, man?
But yeah, I have to agree, man. And like I said, these challenges, I love them, but they're making me so nostalgic, dude, that I just want to go home and pop in every 80s movie I have.
Yeah.
From Goonies to fucking The Last Dragon, like you name it, Big Trouble in Little China, I want to watch them again.
Yeah, it's funny too because, I mean, you know it, at the gym, I've been playing 80s music all week long to prepare for this shit. And still, I mean, we did well.
We did.
But didn't do as well as I would like. But I mean, and that's funny. Did we talk about the dance off?
We didn't talk about the dance off.
We didn't talk about the dance off. So, the owner of the quarter, Brandon, he ended up doing the championship round. We were in our team was in the championship round, and there was one question that was worth 3 points. And whoever got the question right, they won all 3 points. I mean, he said wins it all. Okay, he kind of misdirected us there, but he had us watch a video and we watched the whole angry dance that Kevin Bacon does in Footloose. And he had us watch it and told us to pay attention to every detail. Then he threw a monkey wrench into it and a twist, and then said both teams had to pick somebody to be their spokesperson and do an angry dance off. When I tell you that this was one of the fucking most awesomest things that I've probably ever seen in my life.
Yes.
That's downplaying it.
It made the night for me.
Oh my God.
We didn't win, but we won.
Well, we won the dance off.
We won the dance off.
We won the fucking dance off. But, because the game ended up going to
shout out to Alex.
Death. Yes, Alex, you are my hero, my man.
You killed it.
It was awesome. And it was funny too because he was all for it. He was like, yeah, I'll do it. Ripped off his shirt. He had his fucking black wife beater on, his tight jeans.
He was ready.
What? He was ready to go.
He was the embodiment of Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, he was.
Movie.
Yeah, he was. He was the embodiment of drunk Kevin Bacon, angry dancing. It was the shit. That shit made my night.
Oh my God.
That shit made my
Took
night.
off his
That was
belt,
awesome.
slapped his belt on the ground.
Took his shoes off.
Slammed them.
I thought he was going to get naked at one point.
At one point, you're like, you can take off your pants?
You can take off your pants? What's going on here? But that was awesome. That was awesome.
It was, dude.
But yeah, I mean, again, like you said, it did take me back. It's got me all nostalgic. I'm probably going to be listening to fucking 80s music for the next 3 weeks. Until the disco.
Until it's time to start turning in playing disco music.
And playing disco music. So then, I could get ready for the world's largest disco.
Yes.
But yeah, it was fun. It was good. It was good.
I'm glad that he's actually doing this because, again, it's just something else we can do in Buffalo. It's fun. It's nostalgic. It's a good night out.
It is, and it's picking up every time. Every week,
it just takes us back to that time. Like I said, maybe because I'm innocent and I want to be like in the movie Stand By Me at a time where things were more innocent.
Did you say you're innocent? You're not innocent.
I said it was innocent.
Oh, it was innocent.
I am not an innocent motherfucker. Okay. When all you motherfuckers go to hell, I'm gonna be the usher walking you to your seat.
No offense with the muscle bro calling everybody a motherfucker right now, but
you are my MFers, my ham and eggers.
Aw, ham and eggers.
But yeah, man, we got to give it up for the 80s by far.
Yeah.
Down.
It was the best era.
The TV shows, come on.
All of it. I liked Alf.
Now, I
like the Cosby Show.
Were you a game show person in the 80s with your family?
Yeah.
Did you tune in to Price is Right, Wheel of Fortune?
Family Feud.
Well, every fucking body watched Family
Feud, Jeopardy. I mean, what was the one with Chuck Woolery? Love Connection.
Oh my God, Love Connection.
I mean, there was a ton. There was a ton of game shows. Yeah, I used to watch the game show. I used to watch the game shows with my grandma and
Hollywood Squares.
Hollywood Squares.
Remember that?
Hollywood Squares.
They tried to
John Davidson. And who was the one guy? Jim J. Bullock. Because I thought that was a cool name. I loved Hollywood Squares.
You always want to see after a while they got like certain actors who that's the only job they could get.
That was their job.
So they stayed on that show.
The middle square or be one of the top right square or some shit. Yeah, I used to love that show. And I mean, what other
you always wanted to try to find who was the secret square. Who do you think is going to be the secret square of this game?
Yes. It was good. It was good. Wheel of Fortune. I mean, there's some that are still out now that that do it. Like every once in a while I'll catch Family Feud.
You would with Steve Harvey now?
Yeah. I don't mind Steve Harvey. I mean, also Richard Dawson is the only one that's gonna to me, he was the host. He's the host of Family Feud.
He was a pimp.
That dude made out with every female contestant. There.
Like, dude, okay, we know it's the 80s.
Yeah.
Chill out, man.
Come here, give me a kiss, baby. So sweet. Like, wow. Like, he's dead now, though, right?
He passed away.
Okay, maybe that's why he hasn't been hit with any sexual allegations.
He passed away years ago.
He would have been a prime candidate.
Oh
for
my
that.
God.
Yeah, because he died, and then the guy that took his place after he stepped down from Family Feud, who I thought was a cool host, he ended up hanging himself.
Yeah. Was it a Family Feud curse?
I don't know. I mean,
Steve Harvey, watch your back.
I was going to say Steve Harvey. You better watch out.
Wake up with no mustache.
Yeah. So I mean, game shows they were awesome, but I mean that's about it. Man. I think we covered everything.
Here's one thing. If you had to pick, for me, I already know what I'm going to say. What music video, when you think of the 80s, you always go back to?
Thriller.
Okay, for me, don't know why. It's always going to be We Are the World.
Ew.
Always.
I'm sorry. I don't know why I said
because you had
I love
Michael Jackson. You had almost
You had everybody
in
Bruce
there.
Springsteen looked like he was about to take a shit.
Cyndi Lauper. Tina Turner.
Diana Ross.
Everybody was in it. Willie Nelson was in it.
Willie Nelson was in
Bob
it.
Dylan.
Bob Dylan was in it, who you couldn't understand.
A word he said. Dan Aykroyd was in it, which I still don't know why he was in there, but he was in there.
Yes. Didn't they do like another one later? Didn't they do Heal the World? Or was that Michael Jackson?
Might have been Michael Jackson. But I know they did app from that is when they got Farm Aid and all those other ones that started popping up. The British people did their own thing.
Yeah. And then they were doing the comic relief. And that's when everybody became a philanthropist and had to do fucking something to save the world.
Everybody was woke.
Yeah, everybody was woke. And then, AIDS came on the scene.
Oh, okay. AIDS was probably there.
AIDS. Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
It was. But again, like I said, I think we covered everything from the 80s. But again, guys, if you guys listening to this have a chance, the quarter, trivia night, it's fun. Come out, see the fucking Geeks That Live, see the Muscle Bros.
Yeah, man.
It's a fun night.
It is a fun night. So I think that's about it, right?
I think that's about it, man. This was a little nostalgia visit.
A little nostalgic, a little throwback.
Little throwback, a little
like the kids say these days.
Walk down memory lane.
Or memory lane if you're into titties.
Okay.
I don't know, man. It's just, I get horned up all the time.
You do, and mostly on the podcast.
Well, luckily I'm under a table. So
is that the thumping that I'm hearing?
Sitting, maybe it is. Maybe it is. If you hear a thump every once in a while, that's just my dick.
White IT guy,
Greg, please edit that out when you get a chance. Because I seem like every episode I seem more like sexual deviant.
You do. Soon we're gonna see some complaints about you, dude.
All right, well, that's all we got for today. For this episode, which is our 11th episode, I think, of Geeks That Lift. This is good. We're going to keep cranking these out every week. As usual, we want to thank Buffalo Game Space for providing the studio for us to be able to produce these podcast episodes for everybody. And that's it. We don't have any sponsors yet, but I'm sure we will at one point. Check us out on Facebook. And like I said, pretty soon we're going to get access to Google Play, iTunes, SoundCloud, all that good stuff. But for now, check us out on Facebook, Geeks That Lift, facebook.com/geekthatlift.com. Geeksthatlift.com? No. Facebook.com/Geeks That Lift. I'm pretty sure that you should be able to listen to all the episodes now. So until next time, I am Coconut, followed by
the freaking Rican. And remember, it's south to pick up, north to drop off.